me. But Keaton, is this kind of what you guys want the blueprint to be? Low scoring, defense first, and then let the offense kind of fill in the gaps when it can?
I mean, we definitely want to be known as the hardest playing team in the country, and that's how we practice every day. So our games don't look any different than practice. But on the offensive part, like our defense fuels our offense, and sometimes when the offense isn't going, defense is shut down. But that's how we hang our hat. Our defense runs our offense. So once we get our defense going, we just got to make sure that we can keep that flow of the offense and keep running our stuff, so that way we can get easy buckets.
And for you, I mean, how nice is this to play 40, 39 minutes a game to after the role you've played for so many years to actually just kind of be entrenched on the floor?
I don't I think it's awesome. I don't know. I just like playing basketball, and our coach really emphasizes making sure you're playing hard, and I guess that's what I do. So he likes what he sees, and so I'm out there doing my best every day. So.
And I know Joe Scott talked about building a home court advantage and how important that is for you guys, especially because it's so unique here. The seniors seem to be the ones today playing the best basketball. Like, is there something you guys know about this floor that will help you set that tone?
Definitely our experience helps us, and we just got to bring along those younger guys and make sure that they understand the importance of just come out battling every day, because a lot of people write us off. But, we got something to prove this year, and I think we're a great start today by defending our home court.
Keaton, was it weird having no fans in the stands? Was it like it looked eerie at all?
The weirdest thing was I was shooting a free throw, and they were playing like the crowd noises, and I was like, that's normally the time when there's like no noise. So that was like the only time where I really noticed it. Other than that, you're just so focused on the game and playing hard and doing what you're supposed to do that's really there was really no other time where I really noticed it besides that.
For you, are you worried with the start of this game, you guys start 0 for 4, the other team start 0 for 6, Lamar. Are you worried that you guys may need to pick up your offense earlier in the game and not just let the defense come and make offense happen, if that makes any sense? Like getting a better start?
Yeah, that's definitely an area where we need to work on in practice, is finding our identity on offense and like what we can go to when we need a bucket. Like, we're struggling, we can't get open shot, like what are we going to go to? So the coaches are working really hard, the players are working hard too, to find out what we need to do in like practice to identify and watch the film to see what's our go-to there on offense when we're struggling. So we're definitely working on that.
So Chris, is this the blueprint? A lot of defense and then let the offense just kind of get going once the other team gets worn down?
We would like to start a little better on offense. We were getting open shots and stuff, but defense, that's our mentality. We're going to play hard for 40 minutes every game. And that's what we work on in practice every day, that intensity on defense. And we talked about it during this game at halftime. We weren't making shots, but if we keep playing defense, keep playing hard, those shots are going to start falling.
And how do you create a home court advantage? I know that's been a big message with the team, and you've been around to see it. Like, how do you do that as a team?
It's almost like you got to take it personal. The other team's trying to come and spoil that home court advantage, and we talk about it in the locker room before games. And Coach Scott makes a big deal of it. We need to protect our home court, and it's something that we haven't done as much in the past. But we're gonna keep fighting and keep playing hard. It's hard to do with no fans. It's a little different, but definitely taking that home court advantage is a big thing for us, and we want to keep winning games at home.
Now, when you say take it personal, I noticed after the dunk, the guy said something. You kind of pointed to the scoreboard. Is that part of it? Bringing a little bit of not backing down and showing whose house this is.
Absolutely. Coach Scott always talks about grit and fight. So, that's something I took that personally when he was kind of, I guess, mocking me or whatever. But that fight's got to come out in each and every one of us, and I got to start that as a team captain. So if I can show that fight and grit, and then Keaton can show it, and then more guys will keep doing it.
And then this third time you played 39 or 40 minutes, and you said after the first game you were fine with it. Are you getting used to it now that you've done it a few times?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it. We play so hard in practice every day. It's like I'm playing a 40-minute game in practice. So it's like I just need to go ice my knees, get in a cold tub or something, and make sure I'm recovering. We have a couple off days now for finals week, so that recovery process will be a little bit better than back-to-back games.
And then what have you seen from McClintock? I mean, for a freshman to now have he didn't leave the floor and played a good game. What's he bring to this group?
He plays so hard and his basketball IQ is so high. He brings a lot to the floor. He starts out as shooting guard, but he can play point guard, and he's going to fight every time on defense. I don't know how many rebounds he had, but he was going to the boards and rebounding as a guard. He just brings that fight to the game, and if we feed off of that, so I really like playing with him. He's a great guy. He practices hard every day, and I appreciate him and his effort.
Yeah, I got some. So, going off what Brent had, I know you played 30, 40 minutes tonight. Is this the recipe for success? I know with rotations, with how you guys had guys coming off the bench tonight or really this afternoon and able to fuel that a little bit?
Yeah, it's going to be different every night. AJ got in foul trouble tonight, so he wasn't able to play as many minutes. So guys are going to have to step up. Amika came in the game and played a really well on defense. He stepped it up. He had been struggling a little bit the past couple games. Glenn stepped in the starting lineup tonight. So it might be a different guy every night, but that me and Keaton, we're gonna try to play as hard as we can for 40 minutes. We're gonna give it our all. We can rest after the game. That's what Coach Scott always says.
Second half, what did you feel? Was the open shots just falling? Was that just the key to that, basically?
Yeah, I think in the first half we were kind of settling for threes earlier in the shot clock, and in the second half we started running our offense more. We were getting wide open shots with about 10 seconds left, and those were better shots. And it wasn't like we were playing bad offense in the first half. We were getting decent shots. They were just falling, and once one falls, more seem to follow after that.
And then my final one is, I know Coach said this week he wants to see maybe a little more production from AJ, with Glenn maybe taking over that point guard role, same with yourself. Is that something of maybe a key to success for you guys moving forward? I know AJ, like you said, got in foul trouble early, but is that something you guys are working on at all?
Yeah, we know that every team's gonna try to pressure AJ. He's been so big for us in the past couple of years, so they're gonna make it difficult for him. So, relieving some of that pressure, maybe Glenn taking some of the ball handling duties. And once all of us in the starting lineup start making more shots, that's going to get AJ more shots because they're going to have to start guarding more people. So his time will come. I'm not sure if he's too worried about it. I think he's just going to keep fighting.
Is this what you want? Is this your blueprint? The defense that kind of leads into the offense late and this kind of basketball game?
I think, most importantly, it's the effort that's required to win. Winning in college basketball is hard. I mean, it's that simple. It doesn't matter. Every game, you watch night after night, they're always one possession games, two possession games, and then all of a sudden you get to that point in the game and one team's figured it out and they pull away. So I think for me, it's teaching these guys and these guys teaching themselves, we're playing to win. That's what we're playing for. How is Air Force going to win? And we got to have that will to defend and guard and do what we do and make the other team play the way we want them to play. No transition baskets. You got to work to score. If you do that over and over again, I think in time our guys will learn with experience and playing with each other, the offense comes, and I think in this game tonight, that's sort of what you saw. We stayed with it. Most importantly, our defense was really good. And then all of a sudden, the offense breaks through, and next thing you know, a 4-point game is a 15-point game, and we seize control of it. And I think that's the blueprint, but obviously having us be a more well-oiled machine offensively has to be part of this. But for right now, it's called learning how to win.
And then I know you've talked about building a home court advantage, and this is actually your 14th straight win here at Cleveland. I don't know if you knew that, but how do you do that? How do you build a home court advantage?
Well, I think, for Air Force, I think the way you do it is you make sure that other team, every time they come in, it doesn't matter what says on their shirt, whether that's Mountain West, Southland, it doesn't matter to you. It can't matter to Air Force, you know what I mean? The mentality of we're not better than anybody. We go in to we're not better than anybody. We're Air Force, and we got to know that, and we're playing to win. And every time you come in this building, you are going to be in a dogfight. Things aren't going to be easy. We're going to make you suffer. And if you can do that for 40 minutes and play offensive basketball that way, okay, well, that's what you're going to have to do. We got to fight. That's got to be like our will. You know what I mean? That's got to be our staple. You do that at home in this building, when there's fans, you know what I mean? They want altitude, whatever, but it's really just that mentality of, man, we got to go play those guys. Geez, it's a battle. Uh, and they don't like it. And I call it Advantage Air Force. And then we got to learn how to take advantage of Advantage Air Force. You know, that's part of the process. And I think you're seeing that a little bit offensively, but I thought it was a real good sign of our guys today to just stay with it and, make themselves break through. I didn't make them break through. They made themselves break through. And those are the best teaching, moments, are when they do it and they know how they did it and why they did it.
And then, did you feel like the way Amika played pretty much showed how he accepted this new role?
I loved it. I mean, I thought it was, going to be beneficial to him. But he exceeded my expectations. He just went out there and played really good defense. Just helped the team. You saw him on the boards. I saw his back. Is he number 11? His back's up there, and I'm seeing like number 11, perfectly in my face. He plays that way, then again, something good's going to happen down on the offensive end. And he had a big three for us. Then he threw a beautiful backdoor pass, and he was a big part of the win. And Nick Jackson didn't practice for 2 days. It's really hard for guys that are that young, to not practice, and then all of a sudden I had to go play well in a game. And we needed Meek in a big way today, and he came through for us.
Was Nick Jackson, was it a COVID thing? Was he hurt?
No. He had a banged up knee, banged up Achilles, banged up heel, and he was out. He didn't practice the last 2 days because of that, but he worked to get better. But like I said to him after the game, that's a skill, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't coached too many guys who don't practice and they know how to go out and play well in the game, especially when he's that young. So it's just good to see Meek, step up as a senior and really play well for us when we needed him.
And then one more thing. I've seen Chris Joyce score here and there over the years, but Keaton Van Solen really hasn't consistently been a scorer. He had 15 today. Do you think that can be part of what he brings consistently?
Again, I think what Keaton brings, I think that's going to be part of this process, that him learning. He has great energy, really good defender, knows what he's doing. I mean, he's tough defensively with his length and his size. He's got like athleticism that surprises you. And I just think the more he plays and the more he's relied on and the more consistent he gets, I think you can see that. He'll see, can he be a double-digit game? I mean, I think we need him to be, but we don't have to force that. I think he has to learn that sort of on his own. And what was key today was he went and played some center minutes that really helped. And that could be sort of like a mismatch advantage for us, with his speed and playing that way. But then Meek has to play well. But, as I say that, we definitely need Abe Kinraid to come back. We're going to keep working with him. He'll come back and help us. And I thought Mason Taylor today at a key time went in when AJ got his fourth foul, and Mason was solid, and we built a lead when Mason was in the game, and that's a great sign.
Coach, for me, I'm guessing you want to get off to a better start offensively, and you're all about, good defense leads to good offense. But honestly, how do you get your offense going, especially when you start a game 0 for 4 and really want to, set the tone?
Well, we worked in practice. I think a lot of it is just learning. Like, we played the first game. Things went well for us right off the bat. You play the second game the next day, that team's geared up, and it was like, we're not going to, be able to, you're not doing it today. And Seattle did a really good job. We stressed in practice pace of play, just playing fast. That doesn't mean shoot. That means pace of play, like a constancy to how you play offense. We stress that. I think we have to get to where that's our habit. And then once that's your habit, then they're learning where their shots are coming, what's the right one for this guy, what's the right one for that one. And then they learn how to get off to those kinds of starts. But we're in the process of that. And I think a little McClintock playing, a little Meek going to the 6-man role. it's going to be a working, I'm confident. I know AJ Walker's going to play well. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's not playing well. He's playing really good defense. He's helping our team. But I know AJ Walker, as we go through the season, is gonna play well. So those are going to be added to what's happening now, and you need that every night because like I said, if you have 8 guys playing really well all at the same time, you're a really good team. Most times it's these 3 guys are playing well, these 2 might not. Well, then these other 2 got to step in, and you find who those 5 are, and I think we did a good job of that today, and we got to keep doing that and keep building the team and guys knowing their roles, and I feel good about that happening.
Did you like how Glenn and AJ played with each other today? I know you said earlier in the week you wanted to see maybe AJ play a little more off the ball to get more shots. Did you like that at all today?
I mean, I think it's going to be a work in progress. I think they're going to help each other. But again, I think it's those 2 guys, then who's playing the center spot and all 5 guys, because the way we play is 5 guys. And I think what's a little difficult right now for AJ is we went almost all preseason, a certain way where you're playing this way. And he's learning things from this standpoint, and he knows the other side, but he doesn't know it as well. So we just got to get him up to speed that way. So when he's playing this position or this spot, he's playing the same way when he's playing this. And it's just his sort of presence out there. We just need his presence. He's got a great presence defensively right now. He's got a real good pace to his game. We just got to find that presence sort of offensively. And I know he'll come to it because he's a very good player and he has a good feel and sense for the game. So I'm not concerned at all about that.
I know the last time you were in Clune, there was probably a lot of fans cheering, celebrating. I want to know, how was Clune empty? Was it eerie? Was it weird? Did you like the fan noise?
Well, I guess if you put it that way, it was eerie from the last time, but it was similar to the first time when I got here in 2000. So I was a little comfortable that way when I walked out and I saw Troy Garnhart and Jim, and it was just a smattering. But I feel really good. Like I've said before, I'm lucky. I feel better coaching. You know what I mean? I feel better with our players, and I feel comfortable in Clune, and it doesn't matter if there's people in there or not in there. I got to be honest, and hopefully you're seeing a Chris Joyce and a Keaton Van Solen and a Mika, and those guys feeling that same comfort level, because that's really what it's about. And hopefully as we go forward, maybe there'll be some fans and we can go from 14, Brent, to 15, because that's the goal. We play again on the 23rd, I think, and if it's 14 in a row, I want 2 in a row, and I'll count them as 15 for myself. But it's more important we get 2 in a row.
Well, Keaton said that he wants no sound during free throws, so I don't know if you want to work on that.
Well, it is weird. It's weird when there's that piped in stuff, and I guess that's simulating but when you're at home, it's supposed to be quiet. I got to tell them, no, when we're shooting, get rid of the noise, but when they're shooting, put the noise on.
I like that. That's all I got, guys.
All right. Good seeing you guys. Thanks. All
Thanks,
right.
Coach.
Thank you.